Hello students, in this lecture we are going to see approaches of a real-time operating system scheduling. Real-time operating system scheduling. As we know that there are different approaches in normal operating system scheduling. These are first come first serve, then shortest job first, shortest remaining time, priority scheduling, round robin scheduling, then multi-level queue scheduling. These are the different six types of the scheduling that we use in a normal operating system. But here in a real-time operating system, the process scheduling algorithms or the types are like this: clock-driven approach, a weighted round robin approach. In normal operating system that we have seen a round robin approach, but here the word weighted is added as a prefix. It means it having some important factor over here. The procedure is same, but this weighted gives some additional value to the this scheduling of a real-time system. Then priority driven. These are the three major scheduling types which are used in real-time systems. Okay, then priority driven is again divided into fixed and dynamic. Fixed and dynamic. Priority driven algorithms are again divided into fixed and dynamic. Fixed having again two types, that is rate monotonic and deadline monotonic. The rate monotonic and deadline monotonic. These are the algorithms which are used for the process scheduling, right? And in dynamic again, it is having two types, that is earliest deadline first and least stock first. Least stock first and earlier deadline first. These are the four different types of priority driven, which are further divided into fixed and dynamic. I think you have understand the different types of algorithms used in real-time systems for the process scheduling. Let's see what is meant by clock driven. Clock driven approaches of the process scheduling in a real-time system is nothing but each and every job is, or each and every task is directly related to the time constraint. Directly related to time constraint means job's execution is bounded with a time factor. What type of release time, what type of completion time, response time, relative deadline time, arrival time, these all the factors are considered in a clock driven approach. In clock driven approach, and by considering all the time factors, the job is allocated their respective resources for their execution. Here I have given the example for weighted round robin. Weighted round robin, which you can see over here. Here I have taken three tasks T1, T2, T3. Initially arrival time of T2 is 0 seconds, for T2 2 seconds, and T3 5 seconds. And time slice I have allocated over here 2. This weighted word represented as here 2 seconds. This is the weightage that I have added over here 2 seconds. Means after every 2 seconds is each job will get executed, or for each job or task the resource like here register or processor will get allocated. Only 2 seconds is available for each task, right? For T1, T2 and T3. Let's see the execution. Here 18 is arrival time, C18 is completion time. The completion time is given for T1 is 4, T2 is 5 and T3 is 4. Let's see how the algorithm works. Initially arrival time is given, that is 0. that is 0, and if it is not given then consider 0. Here given, here I am considering 0. First T1 means task 1 is get executed, and the resource available for T1 is only 2 seconds, as time slice is 2 seconds, alright. Though the completion time is 4 seconds, but for T1, as the instruction is that we have to allocate the resource for any task 2 seconds. For T1, the resource allocated, for example here processor, 2 seconds. Then it checks whether any task comes in the queue or not. After 2 seconds, yes, here arrival time is 2. It means T2 is in the queue. So it takes the T2. This resource is allocated to T2. Then T2 will execute up to 4 seconds. Right? After that, it checks whether the completion of previous task is remaining or not. Yes, it is remaining, because previously it is executed up to only 2 seconds. Then the resource is again allocated to T1. Then how many seconds get completed? 6. In between that 6 seconds, any new task comes over here? Yes, T3 comes over here. Alright? This because arrival time of T3 is 5. Then resource is get allocated to that T3, right? T3 here, T3, or resources will get allocated to previous one. Yes, absolutely, to previous one. That's why T2 is get executed, and as it requires only 1 second, right? It requires only 1 second. So for only 1 second, a processor is get allocated to T2, right? The next, now T1 is completed, T2 is completed. Only remaining thing is T3. From 7 seconds to 9 seconds, the resources get allocated to T3, right? T3. Then 2 seconds are remaining, and no task is remaining for the execution. So again, the resource is allocated over here to T3. In this way, all the execution of all the tasks is get executed, right? From 0 to 11. This type of execution is nothing but a round robin execution. And here we added one important factor, that is time slice 2. This is nothing but weighted round robin. In real time systems, it is not mandatory every time there is a fixed time slice for each task. No. Sometimes for T1 there is 2 seconds, for T2 there is 4 seconds, for T3 there is again 1 second. There may be the variation in time slice. Have you understand? This is a simple explanation of weighted round robin. Then the next topic, that is priority driven. Driven. What is that? That we are going to see in the next lecture. Let's see that priority driven has 2 types: fixed and dynamic. Fixed having 2 types: rate monotonic and deadline monotonic. Dynamic having 2 types: earliest deadline first and least stop first. These are the least stop time. These are the 2 types of dynamic priority driven. We will see in the next lecture. Thank you.